Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy MidPokemaster here, and we've hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're watching this video, hopefully you're a subscriber, and if you are not, you might as well hit it now because there's no better time than the present. So I just want to thank every single person that's taken time to watch one of my videos, subscribe, like, anything like that, even just thought about looking at my channel. Thank you for all of that. This channel I've been working on for like a year and a half. I go through spells where I don't upload at all, or I upload like leagues every weekend, but through all the times that I've been uploading and that kind of stuff, thank you all for coming and watching and subscribing, building somewhat of a fan base. I've become a little more recognizable in the Pokemon community, and I couldn't have done it without any of you guys. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't want to get too sappy since it's not that big of a milestone, but it's a big milestone at the same time, and all I can do is say thank you for everybody that's come and watched a video. So yeah, so I was talking in my fan Discord, and I was asking like, what should I do for a 100 subscriber special, because I don't just want to just hit 100 subscribers and not doing something about it, because that's pretty significant. So I got some input. I had some of my own ideas, but I ended up deciding to do a Q&A. So I've been asking for questions about a week on like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. So I even got some like my in real life friends in on this. So yeah, that's basically much it. So I'm going to be starting off with questions in a minute, so yep, so don't forget to like the video, since why not, and don't forget to subscribe, and if you want notifications whenever I upload, click that bell in the top right corner. So my first question, which is actually 4 questions, is from Just Kurt, aka Canadian Man. So his first question is, who are some of my favorite draft players to watch? My overall favorite is A-Drive, which isn't really surprising. He is what got me into watching Draft League, learning what it was. It all started when him and Munching Orange did his, what was it? The Egg Lock Cage Lock. Because I was a big Munching Orange fan. And then when they announced it, I started watching some of A-Drive's videos. And the first one of his videos I ever watched was GBA Season 5 Championship. And just after watching all the excitement that went through him, just within that half hour, just all the excitement and energy he had, I knew he was going to be one of my favorite YouTubers. And it really got me into Draft League. Also like watching Pokemon. He's really good. He started off as one of the best. He's been going kind of downhill recently, but he's still really entertaining. I like watching Gym Leader Geo. Like, he's really good. He has really good content, and you can just tell he's genuine with his, just like the way he talks and acts. I do like watching TTM Styx and Danza. Jolt's not my favorite, but Styx is a good pal of mine. He's a good dude. He makes good content, especially in CPC. Danza's a pretty cool dude. I've talked to him a few times. Who else are like? I love Pokemaster Mike. I watch every single one of his Draft League videos. I call him my dad. John Jr. is really good. John Jr., he's in the APA. I think this is going to be Season 5 Wi-Fi. I know him from the SD Discord, so yeah, I'm excited to see him in Wi-Fi. Fizzle the Hizzle is always good. Then there's some of the other people that are like closer to me, like Jack, aka Gray, D-Train, Trugaholic, Zane Goose. Who else is there? I'm looking through my subs right now. Obo, aka Owen. Who else is there? Yeah, that's really about it. Unless I really feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but at the same time I don't. Yeah, that's basically it. I watch a lot of Draft League players that I don't necessarily subscribe to. I actually like watching Wolfie Glick. always fun to watch when he does his draft leagues, like in WBE and GBA. Oh, and also like watching OP Jellison because he's a big fan of mine, obviously. So yeah, that's basically it. And number 3 is a joke between me and Kurt because who taught you how to switch? Because I once left a melodic in on his Tapu Koko, but I ended up killing his Tapu Koko with melodic because I knew he wasn't going for Thunderbolt, predicting me to switch. He instead went for Calm Mind as I recovered up. His electric terrain went away, and then I mirror coded him because I could live his Thunderbolt after the electric terrain went away. So I don't see why I had to make so many jokes about that, since I ended up killing that Koko with the melodic without switching. So, and what is your Lando switching? And joke's on you, I don't have one. Plus, I never told you after that game, I went back and looked in PK Hex, and my Uxie was max HP, max attack with an Adamant Nature. I still hadn't, it had the same set, like, stats as my Excavalier. So that's why it didn't do as well as it should have, but yeah, nobody has a Lando switching, just so you know. Lando's too good, especially in PMC. So, next on, I'm going to go on my next question from SV Tornado, and he's asking, why did you decide on Torracat as the base for your logo? So that's a pretty simple answer. I'm a Kentucky Wildcats fan. I couldn't think of anything else that had the word cat in it besides Torracat. And when I did, I just thought, Kentucky Torracats, Kentucky Wildcats sound about the same, so I thought might as well just go with that. Not an interesting story, not like how some people are like, oh, I got this logo and name based off such and such. Nope, it's just I like Kentucky Wildcats, and Kentucky Torracats was the best name in my opinion. So next question comes from Demons, and he asks, can you prove to me you are the better mid? And I can't, but you know deep down that I'm the best mid around because I'm cool. Not really, but it's cool. I'm the best mid. You can just tell by looking at my channel that I'm better. Rip in the chat. So next question comes from my boy Levity, my old depth boss, who's a pretty cool dude. And he's asking, why do you like Torracat so much? I just don't see the appeal to it. Torracat's a cool dude. It's a cool cat that walks on 4 legs. It's not my favorite Pokemon, but because Chimchar's obviously better. That's my favorite Pokemon, actually. But I always meme about Torracat because my logo's the Kentucky Torracats. It doesn't have much of an appeal to it, but it's just I think it has a cool design, and it's pretty cool looking, which is basically the same thing as cool design. I don't really like it that much. Like, I will always like it because it was my league logo. So, if I could figure out like a better team name, I would probably go with that and not use Torracats as often. But Kentucky Torracats is the best they can get in my opinion. So, next question comes from Mr. Nice Guy. If you could do a collab with any PokeTuber or YouTuber in general, who would it be? I would love to do a collab with either Patty Trills or Fan Attack, because they both provide such great content. They're both down to earth. They're both funny. You probably would have expected me to say like some of the bigger YouTubers like A-Drive or PewDiePie or people like that, but I like the more down to earth kind of guys. I'm not trying to say like A-Drive and other people would think they're better than me, but like I feel like Fan Attacks and what's the other dude I said, Patty Trills, would just be so much fun to do with a collab with, just because they're always laughing and stuff in their videos, always having some sort of fun no matter what they're doing. So I feel like it would just be fun to do a collab with them. So yeah, there's the answer to your question. Next question is from John Jr., aka Johnny Boy. What is your favorite Pokemon in general? I've already answered that earlier in the video, and it is Chimchar. Chimchar is a great Pokemon, great design. Just so cool. It's a monkey, so how can you not like it? What is your favorite Pokemon to use competitively? See, I love Tapu Koko, but that's such a used answer, but there is one mon that if you have watched me and known me well enough, you will know that I love to use in Draft League, and that's Donphan. Such a great mon. 100, I think it has like 100 HP, 120 attack, 120 defense, 50 speed, 60 SPDF. I think it's 60 SPDF. You would think I would know after all this time of using it, but let me pull it up. Actually, it has 90 HP, 60 SPDF, yes, and 50 speed. So, yeah, I was right. It has such great coverage with, like, Earthquake, Fire Fang, Gunk Shot, Gyro Ball, Head Smash, Heavy Slam, Knockoff, Ice Shard, Play Rough, Poison Jab, Roar, Rock Polish, Rock Slide, Seed Bomb, Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Toxic. It would be fun one day to run like a bounce set. Just because, can you imagine a Donphan bouncing? One day I'm going to run a defense curl, a rollout set, high horsepower if there's grassy terrain, rock tomb, scary face could be cool. I love Donphan, and I honestly always have loved Donphan. It's such a good mon in my opinion, and yeah, I've used it in like about every league that I possibly can. I'm about to sneeze, so the sneeze is getting kind of stuck. So if I sneeze later in the video, that's why. Donphan is such a great mon, can be physically defensive, especially defensive with an Assault Vest. I love Rock Polish sets, like Rock Polish Weakness Policy, because of the sturdy, you'll always live one hit, and then you can just like sweep. It's such a great mon. Most people just like it as a physically defensive mon that doesn't get recovery, but I feel like it can do so much more. It has such great diversity in its move pool that it can hit about every mon there is. I remember in one league, there was this dude that had a Tapu Bulu, and I had my Donphan out, and I knew he was going to predict me to switch out, but instead I stayed in and just went for Poison Jab and killed it. So, yeah, that was a really fun moment. I love Donphan, as I've said, over like the past like 20 bajillion minutes. So, yeah. What Pokemon do you think is the most overrated and underrated in League format? I 100% think Lando T's overrated. It's come extremely outclassed, doesn't hit as hard anymore, with there being so many good ground resistant immunities. Even though it gets Z Fly now, I feel like it's easy to counter with a good Scarfer with HP Ice. Like, yes, it gets Stealth Rock and Defog, it gets all kind of utility moves, but I just feel like it's I feel like it's easy if you have a decent pivot or wall to beat it. So most of the time I don't have to run Choice Scarf to do most stuff. Sorry for that. So that's why I think it's overrated, because people rank it like top 5 in the format, where I think it's like top 15 at best. So, and most underrated mon in League format, I don't really know. I really like Vikavolt, because some people don't like Vikavolt, but like I really love it. It has a good agility set. It's very hard to switch into its dual stab of Bug and Electric. It hits so hard. Nobody wants to take a Z move from it. It's a great low tier Z captain. And yeah, I started loving it when Ajay first used it, but the more times I've used it, the more times I've learned I like love it even more each time I use it. So yeah, I just love Vikavolt now as a low tier mon, and it's extremely underrated, so I can get in later rounds than it probably should go in. So yeah, that's my favorite underrated League format mon, and thanks for congrats me on 100 subscribers, but I'm not your brother. That's just weird. So, next question is from Texas Man 21. what are your future and real life plans? So, I want to go to college. I'm currently in high school, and my dream is to go to UK since I'm a Kentucky fan, and I want to become an engineer. I always joke around that I want to be a chemical engineer because that's what Peter Parker is. So, it'd be really... I've always wanted to be an engineer. At one point I wanted to be a teacher, but now that I work at a middle school, at their after-school program, I've learned that I don't like kids. Especially a lot of them at once. When it's like one of me to like 12 of them, so I don't want to be a teacher anymore. I've wanted to become an engineer for a while. I like being able to build stuff and like have what's in my head be built in real life and be able to program it. I'd rather program than actually build, but I love to build like robots and that kind of stuff, so I want to be an engineer. So, yeah. Next question is from Trogdor. Which individual, alive or dead, heck, even real or fictional, has the most inspirational facial hair? And I think it has to be Abraham Lincoln. He beats you out by a long shot. I know you wanted me to say you, but Abraham Lincoln has that great beard that I aspire to have one day. He started a trend for me now that I have to complete, so, yep. Here, Shy Guy asked me, why are you such a dad? I don't know, how am I a dad? Is it because I have an amazing beard? And dads have beards? Is that it? So, I don't know if that answers your question, but it answers mine. So, here, I have one more question from Twitter, and it's from the Pokemon Divisional League, which is ran by a hacker, and he asks, why aren't you in PDL? And it's because you sent out applications for it when I was extremely busy, so I didn't have time for another league. And your next question is, and are you straight, side-waisted, twisted, or turned? I don't know how to answer that question because I don't understand the question. So here, I want to go into my Instagram questions. Let me pull them up. So, first question comes from my little brother, and he asks, how do you like your job? I like it a lot because it's only 2 hours each day. Any more would drive me crazy. But I know how I said a few minutes ago that kids drive me crazy, but I like seeing them, I like helping them with their homework when they finally understand it, and you just see that awe kind of moment, like they finally understand, and it just makes them feel so much better about themselves because they know what they're doing now, and it just makes them feel happy and that kind of stuff. Next question is from David, and he says, ew, it's Jesse. And my response to that is, ew, it's David. So, next question comes from Cal, and he asks, why are you always at school? Because it's a state requirement to go to school. That's why. If I didn't have to go to school right now, I probably wouldn't, because I want to focus more on YouTube. The next question comes from Brayden, and she asks, do you love Spanish with me? And the answer to that is no, because I don't like Spanish, because I don't understand it at all. So, I like having it with you, but I just don't like Spanish. And I'm pretty sure the rest of these questions are from my little brother. So, who's the coolest sibling you have? Not you. Who's your best friend? Brendan. Who took that amazing profile picture on Instagram? You did. Because you pulled me over to Wolfie and forced me to. Even because I wanted to, but I was extremely nervous, so you pulled me over to him and took it. And so, what is the coolest place you've been to? I mean, I haven't been to that many cool places. I've been to Connecticut. That was really fun. Where else have I gone that was really cool? I went to Worlds last year for 2018, 2017. I don't know what year. I think it was the 2018 year. I know it was in 2018, but I can't remember if it's like the 2017 season or the 2018 season. I think it was 2018 season, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of cool seeing all my Pokemon kind of people getting my voice recorded for the Detective Pikachu movie and that kind of stuff. So, the final question is from him, and he says, will you ever have your brother on another video? Perhaps a like goal on this one. So, I'll tell you this. If I get 20 likes on this video, I will do a try not to laugh challenge with you. So, yep, if this video gets to 20 likes, I will do a try not to laugh with my little brother. So thank you all for watching. I know I said this earlier, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for getting me to 100 subscribers. I'm hoping to get to 300 by the end of this year, which I know is a long shot, but I feel like it's possible. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.